Whew. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Al-Farghani series, which, were, I don't know, I'm at a loss for words here because it feels like I've been doing this series for a very long time, but it's only 231 years, and you're still right in the middle of the High Medieval era, in which in about 20 months we will get to urbanization, which I kind of have an interest of one little area that I would like to revisit and do something with that. And plus, it's to have the maximum existing development penalty at 55 as we continue to develop our capital God blast it, what's it called? Marrakesh, yeah. Marrakesh here. And I even just noticed that the Egypto-Sogdian culture is really spread throughout Egypt proper. Yes, our culture has done that. And yeah, you noticed already there's an ongoing crusade for Jerusalem on that behalf, but it's at 50-50 right now. But again, that's on them. Those are the ones that are losing. While the defenders are doing very well. Occupying counties. Well, yes they did, but soon they'll be retaken. It's a mess over in Levant right now, but it's none of my business. Even though we could join a crusade as we are Sunnis, you know. I mean, we are Sunnis. We can join them if we want to, but as I said, this doesn't concern us unless it's an absolute national emergency. Now, let's just get on with this business. I got nothing to say other than what's been going on over there. On that neck of the... I was about to say neck of the woods, but there ain't no woods there. All they need to do is liberate, not reactivate, liberate the areas that are still in contention, and then the defense of Jerusalem or Al-Quds would be won. There it is. And they win. So there you have it. Way to go, you dummy. Now listen, if I had my druthers, I would have loved to go over there and do a conquest war, but we're not those kind of people. We don't wage holy wars. At least not to this end. And whereas the Umayyads are on their way up. Just wondering if one day they will get up as far as, where is Tours? Where is Tours is the question. Would that be it around that area? Because they have this, decision to avenge the Battle of Tours. Ah, here it is. That's the... They didn't say where exactly. Well, on the road to Tours. In which you have to completely control all of Iberia and southern Francia. Which you can see this outlined there. That's what they're trying to work on, is the Umayyads. Which again, none of our business. Somebody wants Italia. I wish I could intervene on that matter, but obviously we're not ally, and they would never, you know. Again, that would never work, because, you know, they view us as evil and we view them as evil. Unless it takes some negotiations, if you have a certain perk to negotiate an alliance of a lowly entity. So that can be possible. But in the meantime, just continue on the path to prosperity and all that. That son of mine that I disinherited already has shown. I got something for you. "6 years!" Okay. In 6 years' time, we'll invade Kutch and then install my disinherited son to govern over there as an independent entity for the renown of the dynasty. Mortified. Ah, you're fine. What a shambles. Most of the commoners living in the area of Ainab are of Nubian Bedouin descent. Proud of their traditions, it does not sit well with them that they must serve a foreigner like myself when my neighbor, Samet Muhammad, shares their culture and history. The peasants' feelings are irrelevant. I am their ruler. $30.56. And I am. Now my health is poor. Okay. 8 months. I'll be avaricious and then I'll switch to medicine focus and I'll do what I can to live long enough till he grows up. Because I have a feeling that once I die, the golden age will die with it. And hopefully under the reign of Gurak V, that he would live up to all the other past Guraks. And if he does not, and the whole realm of Vağpūryā is in shambles, future generations will hold us accountable. But in the meantime, we should celebrate the Sadeh festival. An old Iranian tradition. And maybe, hopefully, we could get some blessing of some health here. We know how this works. Sadeh is often time for a lot of feasting. It is the coldest time of the year. After all, so besides the bonfires, food and eating together with others is also a great way to keep warm. This year's Sadeh feast is particularly scrumptious, with delicacies such as roasted lamb and beef to enjoy. Tasty. The Legend of Hushang. There are many conflicting stories about when Sadeh first came about. One story I've heard is that it was celebrated after the incident when the ancient hero of Iranian myth, Hushang, was fighting a dragon. He tried to throw a stone at it, but he missed. However, the stone struck another stone, and as both happened to be flint, this started a fire. Shang recognized that this was the doing of Allah, or Ahura Mazda from the Zoroastrian perspective, who revealed him the secret of fire, and wanted to celebrate this momentous occasion. Thus, Sadeh was born. I'm unsure if it happened like that, but it's a nice story. Fire by the water. According to the old traditions, it is important to light the fires near running water, or over a kanat, one of the old underground channels. This is to ensure that, with the help of Allah, plants aren't too cold or frozen out there. That way, next year they'll grow to be great and bountiful. I'm not sure if it helps, but I'll do it anyway, for the prestige. And now, Sadeh poetry. The coldest night of the winter, Sadeh has often inspired many people to compose poems to describe the glory of fire. I've just listened to 3 commenters recite their Sadeh-inspired poetry. One poem compares a bonfire to an exquisite flower, or tree, or an entire garden blossoming in a winter landscape. The second poem describes the occasion as a conflict between the forces of Allah and Shaitan. The last poem retells the origins of Sadeh, a celebration of how the mythological Iranian heroes of ancient times, like Hussein, slew fearsome monsters like dragons. Which one do I think is the best? I say the epic poem about valiant old heroes, as I already heard one tale before. During Sadeh, it is customary that we give food to the less fortunate in the evening. Before the bonfires are lit, of course, I did such things who were needy and hungry this year. I was very generous giving out a lot of food, because I am. Now with that said, that comes to the close. Everyone had a great time, and the bonfires were lit all over Sunday. Helped everybody keep warm in the coldest time of the year. Sooner than later, springtime will be upon us. The last such an occasion only comes once a year, so we must wrap things up for now. Till then, I look forward to the next day. All the more reasons. Marrakesh will be the jewel of the Vağpūryā. Waiting. 1 second. It's coming. There it is. Now I am avarice. Gold, gold, gold. Can there be any higher calling, any goal more noble than the pursuit of wealth? There's your +2 stewardship. You're holding taxes all the way up. Now for the rest of my life I shall focus on medicine. It'll keep me alive for a while. Only because, as I said before, I will try to attempt to live long enough for him to reach adulthood. Because if he ain't ready, then no one is ready. Now, a master by our peers. I'm not sure about you, but I'll sponsor it. Going to Western Africa, you know, around here. We have not had an adventure inspiration in this playthrough for anybody. All Moorish cavalry. 1 second. Time has come for you to depart on my adventure, my Vajput. My beneficiary, Majida, bows as well as she can while weighed down by heavy bags. Before I leave, please tell me, is there anything specific you wanted me to keep an eye out during my journey? What would I want? I want a trinket made from material you cannot find here. Does it cost less? Yes, it does. So we'll take this part here. No need to worry. Put them here. You know what, raise all armies. I want to see the performance out of all the armies. How they can perform on multiple fronts. Even though they will all be deployed in X number of days for everybody, including some with 3 months. The objective is there. That's what we're aiming for. Go get it. Traveler claimed to be employed under my beneficiary Majida is brought before me, carrying a message from the veteran. Fear not, my great lord, for Majida is in good health. Bringing news of possibility of an even greater adventure. You see, Majida took a wrong turn somewhere now near Jame. Majida's traveling companion unfurls a dirty map to show me where they ended up. She has enough funds to make it to Western Africa as planned. I suggest that some additional funding could chase up a local rumor and bring home a great artifact. Life's an adventure. Explore that area for artifacts. Wherever's most convenient. Now that we have urbanization. Ah, excellent. Unlock all high medieval era economic buildings. And if you need economic buildings, you need to level up fortifications as well. So you know what? Go for hoardings next. So that way, concurrently, we will have these economic buildings. And this gives us even more domain taxes and all that. We will defeat the armies, and then we will then we'll march down to the capital, and then war over. A Trans-Saharan West African merchant. Alright. Somali. That's not West African, but that is East African. But anyways, let me see. Somali looks in it. That's not a Senegambian. Okay. The faith is correct. It's just his culture just happens to be different. It's a Trans-Saharan merchant nonetheless. So, how'd you like to join my court? Move up. We'll get them. Nope, they'll be getting away. Crud. Then get them instead. Right, we took the one with siege weapons in this army. On the way. Nope, they'll be out of there. So we'll be taking that instead. Objective taken. Let's try this. Let him go. She approaches me with 3 scrolls of parchment. My lord, I've drafted 3 trade proposals for neighboring rules. I'm certain the deal could be struck to benefit both parties. Entered an agreement with the Caliph because, you know, it's the biggest realm besides us. Oh, gosh, dang it. Pull back. All of you. Go back. Back away. We can't take that area. Because siege weapons aren't available, so we're pulling it back here while in the meantime we have this. I'm just concerned about supply and demand, you know. As long as we hold the objective, it's fine. Split everybody up. And then, after when you all resupply, this is the worst place to wage war in. Yeah, we're gonna have to pull all of you back. Yeah, sure, of course he'll be there. I think diplomacy would be just fine. or something that is sorely lacking in these parts. Where's the court tutor? Or did I bypass that like a goof? You're pulling double duty. Two languages you must know. Want everybody resupplied, and then we'll be going in after them. Pageant of the court continues. Day after day, from dawn to dusk, Mayor Margaret extemporizes all my greatness, spouting platitudes and praises. Nearby, Amir Dalat joins in, playing to the crowd, grinning stupidly, I expect a sign of my fear for his antics. A deep, insistent desire to unburden myself of the guilt at the alms household, gnawing at my mind and distracting my attention. A lone bead of sweat trickles intermittently down my brow. I notice my distance, inquiring, "Are you all right, my lord?" Almost a genuine concern. My apologies, you were saying? Pull yourself together, Vağpūryā. Get me the court royal architect thing. I want this done fast because for future reference for expeditionary warfare, that places to fall back to, you gotta have an increased supply limit to each and every one of these areas. Just barely. Which one's the one with the siege weapons? You there. Oh, God, this was too good to be true. She died from a seizure because she was possessed. Can't win them all, I guess. Don't want you to starve out now. We'll begin our advance to the capital immediately. Switch places. Oh! We got enemies. They're all starving out. Get them! Eat them. the prestige. Like to be the living legend before I die. I would join, but her hands are full right now. Really mauled them. That'll show them. Now you can advance this way. Taking the capital and whomever lives there increases our chance of winning a battle and a war, I should say. It's coming. Please be patient. That's the actual army of theirs. %. We'll win it soon. And then I will disband the armies and wait a while, then we'll send out the men-at-arms to Gujarat. Depending on how the situation looks out there. Even if I have to spend mercenaries on it. That'll do. Since they cannot retake that objective as the war score will tick up, we've won. So just wait then. One second. Okay. There. Did y'all a favor. Now get out. Get out. We will help you soon, just not now. Speed up. Dilly. That's all you need to know for now, since you ain't got no intelligence. Okay. See how that looks out there. A little more than we bargained for. Very well then. Get the men-at-arms. And hire at least 2 mercenary bands. The best that you all can afford. "7 months! then you're gonna have to wait 7 months then. Which means till July, August. What a day. And that means another 3 months travel to Gujarat. Oh, that reminds me. Hang on. Renewed jihad. The House of Islam is under a grave threat from the onslaught of heathens and infidels in its very heartlands. Their response, His Magnificence Caliph Muhsin, has declared that an era of renewed jihad is upon the world. The core regions of Dawah al-Islam must be retaken at all costs. All righteous Muslim faithful should prepare to join ranks of the Mujahideen for the upcoming struggles. The theological ramifications of this news are already being discussed by several notable members of our clergy, who are eager to follow the examples of the Sunnis and begin a new age of religious warfare in the name of Sunnism and Maraboutism. Don't forget about us. But I'll say, if they say so, even though it is in our religion that we do not have religious heads, therefore we're not interested in any kind of that sort of deal. But if the Caliph commands, I'll be willing to join. Like say Anatolia, I'll be there. Greece, I'll be there. Italia, I'll be there. Anywhere else, even if it's Persia, not interested. You know, there are no Zoroastrians in Persia. Hey, Edget. We're ready. Go save Gujarat. Our ally is going to be on the offensive. We should focus on defense. Bastards took the capital. Not going anywhere. Starosta. That means that was a Russian man serving in the army in this part of the world. What's the objective? Salvira as a whole. You got him. We're here to retake their capital. That would definitely help the war score and all that. Brother Ahmed died in captivity. By a lot. Petitioners from around have been queuing up lately. This work feels endless, yet when another steps forward, Evidently a distress vessel. Allah's mercy, not another one. Or to gulps me, blinking rapidly in shock. Was it something I said? Vağpūryā. I can do this. Yes, I can. You hear me? Yes, I can. Alchemy. Wants to study metals. Master by his peers. How's your health? Fine. He's a famous traveler, though. Book it. Oh, what have they done to you? Be cautious of him, though. He is a child of mine. They're raiders. Nothing to be too concerned of. That's a double. There they go again with their extra taxes of our neighboring, and yet I would never do that to them. Those on my end. About to become the living legend. You know what? Let's host a feast. This is just gonna kill the stress, but do what you gotta do. I'd like to be the living legend before I pass. Because I know I've accomplished a lot of greatness. That's why they calls me the Holy Mason. And I am. Metallic fascination. I find my beneficiary, Mayor Margaret, bent over a beaker containing curious yellow powder, surrounded by parchment and samples of some kind of ore. My lord, please have a look. See how this sulfur changes color? That's a sign of transmutation. It might create silver or even gold. Or hear how it interacts with the quicksilver. Marvelous. And this ore, it's arsenic in nature. Which, I apologize, my liege. There's just so much to study. Perhaps too much. We are the Empire of Gold, so I'll say, what was that about gold? He will focus on his studies on creating gold. Six months. Take their capital, and the war will be won. But remember, they want Sonda, Debo, Mansoura, Siwistan, and Ranikot. Those are the areas you must take. We must take. My alchemist, Mayor Margaret, brings a woman before me. All smiles and praise. This is Funa, a respected scholar in my circles. The woman bows and manages to look both pleased and bashful all at once. Please, no need for that. I'm here to lend you my service, my lord, if it pleases you. It does. Please assist him. We want to see some higher quality things, you know? That's what she'll be doing. No longer a character in the courts, just going to be assisting that man. There wasn't any feast events at all. But I'm an eager reveler now. Hey, wait a minute. Did I just sail through the river? All right, the Sindhi culture are seafarers. They're allowed to sail up major rivers like the Indus. Oh, that makes me jealous. Because, you know, the culture of the Gujarati, they do that too. Gujarati, that's Rajasthani, that's different. I'm surprised that culture's still around. The Turco-Hephthalites. You know, there's no culture, but it's been largely left alone. See, they are sailing upriver. Up the Indus they go. 100% war score now. Taking the air, taking the capital, and a couple of other relevant objectives, 1 battles. There you have it. Thank you, brother. Guess you did this just out of respect. My investment worked. That's all I gotta say about that. I'll send it back to you. As a show of goodwill. Vağpūryā's treasure. My deeds are spoken with reverence and envy the world over, from foreign courts to village taverns. And with that comes support us. Today, Melikat is ushered in, introduced as representing a small Egypto-Sogdian mercenary band named Katsinia in Sakatra. Most holy Vajpur, my friends and I hear of wondrous tincture being made for you. I wish to donate to the alchemist. Deeply honored, Your Majesty, we saved it for months. You got it. Oh, finally. Now, this is a thing that we did not address much until now, which is the castle keeper's cultural tradition. As a reminder, castles and counties of this culture provide 5 additional defender advantage per holding level. Rulers of this culture gain prestige and renown from castle holdings. The architect trait provides a prestige bonus, which I am. Rulers of this culture are more likely to construct castle holdings. Rulers of this culture are more likely to construct buildings that increase fort level. But, however, for all of us characters, for landed rulers, it does cost a little bit more in money to spend and takes quite a bit more time, as we are sophisticated in this sort of thing. So, renown gain from holding castles. We shall see how that affects us exactly. $13.2. Yeah. From domain as in holding castles. was looking for something. I'm inspecting the barracks infirmary when a severely injured soldier's brought in. He's losing too much blood. Where's the physician? My leg's nowhere to be found. A chill runs down his arm. I might be this man's only hope. Suddenly, as we step out there, my chancellor, Mukana, is at my side. Rolls up sleeves, looks at me. Hand me the tourniquet. I know what to do. Our patient screams and thrashes even though 3 grown men weigh him down in every step of the way. But Mukana remains calm. Eventually, the quiet focus settles over us. Not sure how we'd managed, but in the end, it seems that the soldiers were left. That was an impressive feat, Gurak. Mukana says the tired one. It was honored to serve at your side. My lord, beneficiary of my mouth gestured me over to his cluttered desk with a huge grin on his face. I gathered all my insights into base metals and knowledge about the transmutations into this tome. Here, have a look. An open tome containing modest directions of transmutating gold from lead to other base metals. The reader is warned that results may vary. The cover is silver, displaying a repeating image of geometric shapes enunciated by the placement of ruby inserts held closed ornamental clasps. It's a masterwork book. Monthly stewardship lifestyle experience increase even more. Excellent. I like that. Now keep in mind, this is a court artifact. Because you already have this, and what's the other thing that's on frickin' display? Excellent ordinance. Whereas this thing here is for monthly income. It's not a trinket, because you originally requested for a trinket, but that person has been since passed. Really? Yeah, we were supposed to invade that little area there. Don't do that yet. Wait for my son to do that. Right on time. Now we can conquer that county. 1 second. Will cost us less. Ain't nobody gonna be saving you. Only taking it just to install my disinherited son there. To rule it as an independent duchy. Following the death sentence of Loli Thief, I asked my son and Ergurik what he thought. He claimed he'd learned less about not reaching for more than one can handle. I like that. Overreaching could be terribly dangerous. Good thinking. If you're practicing trade, it's even better. Again, I had recent interest about taking that island back for our personal control, but at my age, don't want to do that yet. And not sure what my son is going to be like when his rule begins after I pass. Mm-hmm. was looking at something else. Don't worry about it. We can always rehire him back. The enemy banner. The Battle of Kutch ended in a resounding victory. I eagerly listened to the messengers who reads the reports of my commander, Raz Mubarak, and turned to the soldiers for him. My lord, we come upon an enemy banner while we were cleaning the battlefield. We thought it would be a shame to leave it behind. Perhaps you wish to keep it as a trophy. Oh, wow. It would make a fine addition to my collection. Nobody's going to be around anymore to see that. That'd be very useful. Depending on circumstance, of course. War band of the armies of the Band of Nogai. Taken for the forces after the Battle of Kutch. One sec. Do not want to be the owner of it. But since you have a family, and clearly you've gotten obese than the last time I saw you. Come here. I got something for you. Now that you're here, Kutch will be yours to govern. Unfortunately, I don't have that title because that'd be up to Gujarat. So, do what you gotta do, right? What the hell happened out there? Talking about lands being divided like that. And debating, I mean, if I grant him independence, then, that's still a tiny bit of renown gain. And it's not going to make much of a difference. Don't worry about it. Actually, I do worry about it. Just grant him independence anyway, because, you know, factionalism. We don't want to have that in our conscience. Plus, Gujarat can take it. Cars died of old age. Son of a beeswax. Seems they've gotten themselves together up there. Saying they're welcome. Hang on, folks. As I let this timeline continue, I was about to say, what the heck is pinching my foot? Yeah, don't worry about it. Okay, anyways. So here's the deal. Don't do anything stupid. As long as it's in our dynasty, everything is fine. I like how the model says nothing scares me for this new one that my dad came up with. In fact, that kind of lives up to him. It says they call it a heartbreaker because he did this because it says nothing scares him. He's a sodomite too. This is criminal if you were still under my supervision, but it ain't anymore. So you're fine. Death of a beloved local. A beloved imam who was known for their boundless generosity and kindness and lived in nearby town. Recently died. Such a beloved figure will be remembered by the community in a great ceremony. I've been invited to the funeral. Perhaps it would do to pay my respects. I'll attend to reflect on the life of such a charitable figure. You know, kind of reminds you a little bit of myself and... Oh, Naz. She died. Now I have you. That's fine. You have any idea what you just said? What's this now? Forge a goblet. Maybe that could complete my goblet collection. Yeah, why not? Before I pass, I would like to complete the goblet collection. That'll be grand. In memory of Kaz, for a renowned game. No longer my courtier. So he inherited a realm, that's what happened. Damn it. Now I won't get my goblet collection done. Unless I request one. I was shocked when I caught Gudak trying to steal from the trial chest of the visiting Amir Harun. He gave me the press speech of Hanna. I understood what he had to do was wrong. Yes. We're all but small pieces of the world. You should be humbled about that. Now if I can live long enough, then give him a One last virtue and he'll be the most virtuous Muslim ruler that the world has ever seen. Everybody will like him if he's seen as virtuous by all. I hope he can live through that. Live up to that. I'm thinking about expanding towards up there next. Just conquer the whole duchy, then give it its independence, and then they'll create the kingdom title, and then boom, there you have it. Ain't nobody gonna help you, so I think that'll do. We should expand to there. I mean, I do have Skanda, who's still alive, which is a miracle in itself. Yeah, let's do that. Put him here. One last war. Now, men-at-arms only. 16 days. We'll be there in 45. I've been quite an expansionist during my rule. United the coast, intervened in Indian matters, and now going up to those islands there, just to install my son up there to be the local ruler of the region. In the name of our faith, of course. Got them all. Take the capital, then the work will be done. Isn't there a guest that's said to be a healer? Outstanding physician. Yeah, you. So says you. All those court positions will be appointed at some point. Did you hear what you just said? That's not good for my health. I sit, paying only little attention. As a peasant finishes their tale of woe, frankly, I barely even registered what they were talking about. My mind is full of bursting into my own problems. Can't you just be content with what you have left? I reply without thinking. The court around us goes utterly quiet. All eyes on the bewildered commoner and me. Evidently, that wasn't the response they expected. Help yourself to the treasury, Burger. You'll need it. This is a permanent hit on my stewardship. All because Brother Shan's died. Gout-ridden. Also, what? There's another war? I have no recollection owning that area. I'm willing to give that away. Just to make sure. Okay, I'm willing to give that up for you. Here. Want nothing to do with that. It's none of my business. Damn inheritance. Now, what else did I have in mind that I lost? Oh, I know what to do exactly. Just to get rid of that stress for good. Visit the Fountain of the Sun. I made arrangements to visit the Fountain of the Sun in Siva. Even in ancient times, Herodotus praised its seemingly legendary ability to heal visitors. The local elders are more than happy to welcome me into town, as it is a great honor for them. However, one question remains. Should I come there privately, or should this be a public affair? If I do the former, the townspeople will not agree not to come to the air while I'm there. If I do that, I'll get to mingle with the locals. I prefer to visit the springs privately in peace. Alas, the day has come. I arrived at the Fountain of the Sun in Siwa, spent a couple of hours there, soaking myself in the waters and hoping they will rejuvenate my health. The day goes by quickly. It is soon time for me to go. I leave the springs refreshed, feeling like a new person. There's a medium health boost. All the more reasons why I say I must live long enough for him to grow up to be an adult. This effect lasts for 3 years. That's pretty good, actually. He remains. Now I'm sending you off to there. This is for you. At least you get to wear those fancy looking clothes that's exclusive to the region. And we'll grant you your independence. 13.6 now. Perhaps next time, Sardinia. Oh, well, wait a minute. Hang on here. I just noticed something. This is my daughter, Matab. And you decide to name the bastion after me? Don't name it that! What about Hussein? It's the Muslim name. Hang on here. Where's the papacy? That's the Emperor of Italy. Oh no, the Pope lives there. It's just he's now a vassal to the Imperator of Italia. Well, Imperio of Italia. How do you like that? Unfortunately, they're vastly inferior. All the more reasons why we should, maybe we should consider taking over Sardinia and Corsica. To, again, grant that independence. It'll be yet another realm for future generations to have. Doubt you'll be around, but well, that's your niece. Never mind then. He lives over in the Punjab. Mine's clearly better. It's almost like we're island intensive these days. And since we make so much wealth, that makes raiding unnecessary. Like if we want to install other realms of our dynasty to put them in other areas, then I would keep doing that. So perhaps we should look at Sardinia and Corsica as a next potential place to expand in future. Don't want to hold court, don't want to reinforce relations with anybody, because, you know, because of the deal with, you know, when will I pass, and when is son gonna grow up, even though he does not have the intelligence. It's just he's gonna be having a bit of a hard time. That's why I fear that once I pass, the golden age of all of this that we've been doing that and influencing from one corner of the world to the other, I fear that our heyday might be at its end. Morning, I saw how a cruel mistress is a random chance to deprive the world of such a beautiful dance. Profound, we are but hollow shells. Our misery festers, our hearts are the drivel. Right. Just 2 more years. Hope I live 2 more years. After that, go for windmills. Even if it's currently exposed still. But it's badly needed. Because I'm willing to invest a lot of money to build all these structures. Even though it would take me an eternity and a half. And do not fret, son. When your rule begins, you have all the wealth that you can give it to your unruly vassals. I was shocked when I caught Gurak trying to steal from the travel chest of Chet Van Dyck. He blamed and gave another child of it, but I could tell he was lying. Since you're going to be the man of diplomacy, I suggest that you be honest. You'll see others open to you. So he's temperate, humble, and honest. Like a true diplomat. $41. It's gonna be till a long time before we get another Connaught. Again, just fighting these next couple wars wouldn't be a problem. It's just, I think that would happen in the reign of Gurak V. Half-sister and best friend. And I was about to say, we don't hear a lot about my best friend, because she lives over there. Married to a Cindy that lives over there. Some person you are, huh? You don't even talk to your best friend. Ah! Committed suicide. Ah, the pressures of life. It'll get to you. Two kinswomen, huh? He's probably so stressed that he had to commit suicide. That's what happened here. Trying to catch up. Rome's 41, here it's 42. We have a higher development in our capital than in Rome. But obviously you cannot beat Constantinople as the most developed city in the world. And over there in Baghdad, 54. Just like we've promised, we wanted to make the desert bloom. And it has. All I can do now is just abide my time. I don't want to start another war. Don't want to do anything because, you know, cannot guarantee a premature death until I get that next perk in 8 months. Then I'll know for certain. Loony. There's gotta be more of my kinsmen out there. I'm gonna just look for example, okay? Just one second. Anybody that is of kin, oh, you can just find anyone. Oh, you'll be fine. Just wait a couple of months, then we will fight to expand into Sardinia and Corsica as the next place to take. I'll put my kin there because the so-called Imperio of Italia is not that strong. They're bankrupt. Their military forces are just... ugh. The real power is the papacy. Just in case. Put it on Tunis for old time's sake. So it'll take 2 wars. No, 3. Well, you could usurp both titles and then there you have it. You got yourself another Excidia. The Excidia of Sardinia and Corsica. Like the sound of that. And it doesn't have to be directly from my family. It just has to be kinsmen. My son and heir hovers in limbo between childhood and adulthood. Tall enough to understand the truth. He's still young enough to have an open mind. If I want to induct him in the service of the Abyss, it's now or never. You can take the hit. Son of a beeswax. There's another language you must know that is very, very important. And that is Arabic. Tamazight and Arabic are the most common languages spoken around here, in addition to East Iranian. Okay. Now I'll know when I'll pass away. So let's take over Sardinia, and then after that fight against Italia for Corsica. We We are really getting involved in Mediterranean affairs in addition to Indian. It just pretty much tells you what kind of country have we become. Quite a even. Knights Templar. Okay. That's a little concerning. As I push aside the seats to lay down, I find a little skull resting on my bolster. Someone's entered my chambers unnoticed. My winsome stag, lord of my art. I could keep my feelings secret no longer. From this day on, I will do everything in my power to prove my loyal affections. We will soon see each other until then. Jeer of me, and love, eternally yours, Lysa. You flatter me, my lady. At least you're compassionate about it. Setting sail. I don't know about this. Something tells me we should have brought mercenaries for this occasion. Make it a safe landing here. Let's play it safe. Don't do anything stupid. You've just been recently disembarked. Sit there for a month, and then defeat the forces of Sardinia and the Knights Templar. Don't you know that's how expeditionary warfare works? Two could play that game. We'll be appointing this other commander who isn't as great advantage-wise, but he's got unyielding defender. Take less friendly fatal casualties. Holy warrior because we're fighting against Catholics. And enemy defensive advantage reduced since we're fighting in their home turf. Hormazd, you're the man for the job. He's a strategist and an overseer. And that. So please wait 18 days, then we'll begin our events. Because you don't want to go to combat with that kind of thing, do we? We'll probably win, but we shall see. Commune militia. Oh, my friend died. Member of the Knights Templar. You bastard. Oh, if I was young enough to lead my troops to the front line, oh, I would have loved to come over there and avenge him. But alas, I'm too old to fight, even on my best day. The gallant fighters. My Marshal, Hormazd, has excelled during our recent battles, and my court is buzzing with excitement. What an accomplished Faris. What a role model. What a man. With all the praise raining down on him, it's made clear I'm expected to reward him in some manner. He'll be gifted gold for his golden achievements. Because of course I am. I'm a charitable man. I'm a generous man. Good. 1 second. Tripolitania War Banner. That's for dread and night effectiveness. We know where they got that from. That's a castle? There's no buildings there, so this must be relatively new. So we have to go get that. Shouldn't take long. I'd like to get this before I pass. From all my evenings watching stars, I've seen with my own eyes what I've only heard of before. The stars move at different speeds and reverse their course at different times, but seemingly in large groups, depending on which celestial spirit they belong to. Indeed, with the right calculations, one could even predict their move. My grand Alama does not approve. He disguised be. The celestial realm is for the clergy to know. I'm a religious icon, after all, so I will find my answers in the heavens. If I do become a cynical at one point, then so be it. Oh, they're coming up. That's the Rega himself. Pneumonia and smallpox. Keep her in there. Guards. Adultery is a crime. Don't you know? We got him. Gotcha. Granted to some of my kinsmen. Well, one who doesn't stand to inherit anything. Let me get a good look at you. As long as you don't have claimants to anything or whoever you're related to, then that is not. As long as it's in our dynasty, as long as it's within the family, you'll be granted those lands for all. Now, yeah. He's your problem now. Don't grant it independence yet. But now that we have established a foothold in Sardinia, then so put it up here. So, it would take about less than a month to assemble. Okay, got it. Hey! Stop that. Okay, maybe the mountain's not good. Just put it down here instead. This is the most area with the supply limit, the most developed out of all. No, that side is the most developed. Obviously, it's pretty confusing. And it did. Lord Gudak, my enchanting line. My guest placed a snail in dust before me, right hand above me. My only desire is to bring you honor and happiness. Pray tell me, how can I feel my love? But a rare orchard. Brings me a rare orchard. Good. Waiting for it to be at the max. Uh-oh. Smallpox did break out of prison. That is no good to nobody. There. They are hopelessly down in debt and excommunicated by his vassal Pope. Ah! No chance at all. No chance at all. For Corsica. Corsica. That's how they say it over there. Ain't nobody gonna help you now. And that means we have to leave this one piece out there. And then we'll create that kingdom title. And then we're out of here. First things first. Take this. Go straight across. I step over the threshold to my courtier Amal's office. That's the smallpox-ridden guy! And a court physician. Oh, that's doubly unfortunate. This translation of God's atrocious, he says himself. If I were to follow these instructions, I was likely to cure my patients out and kill them outright. Yeah, why don't you say the same thing about yourself? Let me have a look. Don't touch me. Heavens forbid if you gave me smallpox. Great days. As a straight arrow whizzes past my head in the yard, I feel nothing. No fear, no anger, no panic. It's been a par for the course, we say. I feel as if I exist behind a curtain, keeping me from feelings in the world, and I am so tired. I think I will go back to bed. Huh. Alright, so with fish tutelage, even a child is displayed little natural integration towards the higher influence, such as Gurk. Come to understand. A true silver tongue, he could sway the opinion of counts and kings alike. When he speaks, the court listens in an enraptured silence. Grey and mince. Alright. You're going to be just as good as opponents as you are with stewardship. But I hope that one day that you will be the man to hopefully you'll get those good traits for being a part of the court, you know. What is the meaning of it all? Why do we go through these motions day after day after day? Motivation and energy escapes me. As my life sinks into grey dullness, I feel like I should be panicking. But even that is beyond me now. It's all too much. Eek. Moderate penalty. Now I'm melancholic. But I believe my iron constitution and exotic food will kind of counter those penalties. I mean, I don't know. It's a health trait. As compared to somebody like the smallpox, which is a health trait. But one thing's for certain. My life expectancy has been shortened. Keep going. Okay, there's 3 baronies, 3 castles to take. So that way we can complete our series of conquests during my life. Oh my goodness. I ought to go hunting and feasting. The outbreak of smallpox has ravaged my court is finally over. Its victims are either recovered or departed from this world. My court on the wall assures that all the bodies have been properly disposed of and the threat completely gone. 2 victims died. Both of them were in prison. But he himself, he recovered. Because, you know, he's the physician. He ain't stupid. You think he was brought up in a barn? As we ride deep in the layer of Majera, the ground grows wetter and the air grows heavier. Suddenly from out of the greenery surrounds us, a giant of a man appears, hulking layer upon layer of dirty cloth. Explain yourself, he shouts. What are you doing in my marshal? Your marshal, is it? Then show us around. Yeah. Why the hell? And no, I will not attempt to try to conquer Rome for ourselves. That triggers a crusade. And that would be Marabotis defending it. We are simply just spreading our dynasty to many different areas of the world. Yes, please. That stress really gets to me sometimes. Tell you what. Oh, that one's higher fort level. It's gonna take a little longer. Well, if we see them in the shores, then we'll fight against them. I could feel it in my very bones. Azrael will come for me soon. Like an old friend, he's patiently waiting to receive me. I'll be dead within a year. Oh, hell. That means you do not have time to get those court traits. That's related to it. What do you call it? Court type traits. There's no time for that, unfortunately. Nah, get rid of that. 50,000 gold is how much my son will inherit, and I hope he will spend it wisely. Of course, they would be heading down that way. Everyone is still talking about the many talented entertainers which Crusader just gave to me a while back. One of them, however, stood out in particular. Tatas, who is of a Bakanak ancestry. Baj Bogurak Avag tells me one day. I think I speak to everyone here that Tatas is an entertainer unlike any other I've seen across the Silk Road. It would be a waste to let him languish under more than a mere servant. Nay, I say it would be proper to promote him as one of the regular members of his court, as a reward for such a wonderful service he's provided us. It is a bit unorthodox suggestion, but not unheard of. When asked the kneeling Tatus what he thinks, he meekly responds with carefully chosen words. I only wish to bring joy to your court, no matter what you require of me. Where are you from? That is of a Turkic culture. Pecheneg. Oh, Pecheneg. I know that culture. People probably seen that in a series I did in my channel. Yeah, come on in. I'll make you a proper court too. He is a Silk Road entertainer. Not a female entertainer, but him being a homosexual, I'm not surprised if he's going to be the dancer type of person. But keep in mind, he's a treacherous antagonist. We'll have to pull back and defeat the army out there. Chase him down. White Peace? I say no. We will complete that conquest. Now move out. Finish the objective. Though I will pass during this war, but you'll be the one to finish it for me. Well, take what you can get, alright? You won't get the other core type tier. Unfortunately, I mean, I wish there was a better way, but there isn't right now. Do we have a siege master? He is this. God damn it, man. You haven't been paying attention much these days, have you? But tell you what, after you take this island, and then after a bit of rest, relaxation and resupply, go straight for the capital. There ain't nobody defending it. tyranny, right? I suggest that you surrender. That'd be pretty damn terrible if you lost that. But I will give you financial aid for this. Because I'm giving you 1,000 gold. Go get yourself some mercenaries. Wish I could tell him to stop. We're only pulling back for resupply reasons. At least you bought some friends. A few days ago, herders discovered a small cave in Wadi Amu. Inside, they found several trinkets that would otherwise be of little value, such as wooden utensils and a few carved stones. Carrying fragments of bones from an identified creature. Though the cave does not have anything of note, it was clearly inhabited some time ago, or at least used as a stopping point for travelers and nomads. Its discovery caused quite a stir, could cause quite a sensation, I should say, with several locals scouring to see what little things they could find in it for amusement. As my last wish, we should erect a small marble baptism shrine in the cave, as I will pass away peacefully. Stop, damn it. What are you doing? Once you resupply, then go to the capital. And that'll be it. Help yourself to the treasury. You'll need it. In fact, one of my last acts, donate more to charity. It's for a good cause. Because Allah is generous. And merciful too. And those were his last words. Vāpūryā Gurak IV of the Al-Farghani Vağpūryā has passed on to eternity at 69 years of age. He died of old age. A conscientious man. He was renowned for his excellent skills as steward and ruler. So, after all this, he fought in 15 different wars. He was an expansionist. He was a living legend and a religious icon. An architect, avaricious man he was. Yes, sir. And now Vāpūryā Gurak V ascends the throne. A modest and tempered man, Gurak's passive nature may also be his undoing. As we said, we fear that this could be the possibility of a decline of the period that may begin. The golden age is over. Nice, one of diplomacy. And also you gotta get prestige up as fast as you can because it's pretty important these days, so go for majesty. Anybody that wants to be in a council will get it. Actually, no. You have the makings. Sorry about that. And give them the wealth. Just to assure the loyalty. But to the most disloyal, I will also present them a gift of entertainers. Depending on who is the most powerful out of all. of course, you shall marry a woman with the highest stewardship. That one's the winner for me. Because low chance of having children. Even though I am a handsome one. So she'll like me well enough. With the passing of my father, the responsibility to lead the vast Vağpūryā now falls upon my shoulders. I stand before my vassals and adjust my new crown and glance down all the things that I accomplish. Long live the Vağpūryā. We still got work to do. The Disillusion faction. Oh, no, just hang on. It hasn't registered yet. Don't get too jittery. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. Choice of wine. All of a sudden, Grand Alama, fun. Like Cote. Wine offends Allah. Must be avoided. Bit of wine's healthy for the body, replies Allah. What is my position on the wine? No, wine opens the door for Shaitan. Don't you know? See, it ain't happening. Calm down, will ya? You know what to do. Anything to get stewardship up. And among other things, to get more prestige, so you can make your progress early on. Do what you gotta do. We'll salvage all of this soon. Alright, you learned the language. Oops. I'll pay it just to make it up to you. Okay. Hey! Trying to retake that area. And they'll get it soon. It'll be too late for us. Definitely too late for us. Actually, we might make it. Siege event is coming up. Stalemate. Saved it. Now, go straight for the capital. Nobody's defending it. As soon as the war is over, we will end that episode on that note, and then we'll have to deal with the situation in terms of, okay, which lands am I going to have to give away, unfortunately? Because despite all the high stewardship that I may have, it just doesn't compare. And as well as holding court in the next episode, so I could address whatever problems are there. And as I turn 18, this man will be the man with a mustache. First time it happened, I've barely given a moment's thought, but my vassal is growing bolder, challenges no longer pass unnoticed among my vassals. He's testing my limits. Others are sure to fall unless I give him a taste of his own medicine. He's in bold absolver. I'll just say, forgetting to invite him leaves in the dark. Gotcha. Since I began to withhold information from him, he made a damn fool of himself on more occasions than I could count. Dismissing his hopelessly outdated suggestions has been easier than outwitting a dog. Now he remains quiet, eyes cast low. Cruel, perhaps, but it had to be done. Again, I'll address all concerns in future. Got himself some more troops now, so he could still salvage this. After all, Father gave you all the money for you to hire mercenaries. Gotcha. Alright. Last act. Give me that. You can hold more for yourself. Corsica is yours. And now, for the final act of this episode. This is for you. Sardinia, the Exarchia of Sardinia, goes to you. And now we'll grant you your independence. Well, as soon as you get this mess done. But I guess that would have to be until the next episode. So, we will end the episode on that note. So we hope you people have enjoyed this. Gotcha, it's a ghost! Ah, it screams. It bursts out laughing. Should have seen your face. How craven. That was funny at all. Stop scaring people, Mozilla. It's not funny. Now, what was I trying to say? Yes. It's been 2 hours now, so let's just end that episode right here on November 1st. We will celebrate Sade in the next episode, as well as all the other activities, and figure out which lands I should give away personally, even though I'm going to feel bad about it. Even though our income is still excellent, but the opinion of vassals are not, because, as well as all the other things that do not give you those benefits. But still, we'll figure out how do we deal with all this. So we'll see you in the next episode, but until then, so long for now.